Hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome back to Nanjing, China. A few weeks ago I made a video about my first job in Nanjing, and so today I thought I'd make a video about my second job in Nanjing and my morning walk that I did every day. It would have been back in 2015 and 2016. So right now I'm standing right in front of where I lived from September or August 2015 until July 2016. This is Shengshi Gongguan on Huangshan Lu. This is Huangshan Lu and Yikang Lu. So I'm going to take you on a quick walk and we'll check out the changes to this neighborhood since, however many years ago that was that I lived here, 7 years ago or so. So I actually came over here a few years ago to eat at a restaurant that I really liked, and there was like a big wall here because they're building a metro line here. So for a few years, I think this whole road was under construction. So there was these two huge walls on both sides of the street, and it was just like, you couldn't see anything. So right now, if you look over there, you can see like all the restaurants and stuff lining the road. The last time I came, couldn't see anything, and the wall was pretty close to the front of those restaurants over there, so it was it didn't look very nice, and I think it was really affecting the businesses there because no one could see from the road. I mean, there was no road here, right? So it was just, there was no through traffic and stuff. So now it's definitely much better. Just now I went over to a restaurant I used to go to, and I was talking to the owners, and they said that the walls here for the construction site came down in September, and yeah, it's much better now. So I'm gonna cross over the road and let's do my my morning walk from 2015 to 2016. Let's go. So sometimes, especially when I first started working over here, I used to walk down Daji, and every morning I would go to the market, which is a few blocks down, to get breakfast. And then I started going down this way because it's just like, well, right now it seems busy over here, but there was just a lot less like cars on the road on this road, and I just preferred this walk much more than the walk on Daji. Daji is also like, there's a road and then there's like a highway on top of it. It's like a double road, or I don't even know how they refer to it, but it's like you can't see the sky, it's like a road atop of a road. Lots of little shops and places over here. This is like not that typical for there to be so many cars parked on the sidewalk. I don't know why it's like this over here. So I live actually really close to here still. Like, I don't come over here very much, but I live like I walked from my apartment to here this morning, and it's like about a 20-minute walk. And I walked by like the metro station, Shinlongdaji. It wasn't the most direct route from where I used to live, but I wanted to see like what it looked like over there, and it looks way different. There's all sorts of apartments that are now completed there. There's like a new road over there. There's actually a park just across the street from where I used to live. There's like a fire station, and there's like a grassy park there, which wasn't there before. So this is different. This looks like a school. This was not here before. I can't remember what was here. Maybe this was just a construction site or something back then. Interesting colors in the school. Definitely a school. Let's see what it's called. It's a high school. Nanjing Normal University. Yeah, that's the university I went to. It's a high school affiliated with the university. Interesting. All right, so we'll go down to the next block and make a left, and that road, is pretty busy. There's a market down there and lots of restaurants. I used to eat over there all the time and go to the market there. That was the closest market to my house. I actually made a video here for my work. They asked us all to make a video back in like 2016, and so I actually made like a little tour of this area and like the market and everything back then. It's really interesting. I was just going back and looking at that video last week, and it'll be interesting to go over there now. I have not been over here at all since 2016, so it'll be quite interesting to see the difference. So this is the road, Taishan Lu. Lots of stuff over here. It's always it's a busy road. Lots of action. Let's go see what it looks like. Yeah, this place is like breakfast heaven. There's lots of breakfast foods over here. Lots of fruit shops and stuff. So, like, I lived over on Shanghai Lu. That was the first place I lived my first year in Nanjing. And I wouldn't say that area is very typical, you know, of like a Chinese neighborhood. It's right next to a bunch of universities. It's just a different feel over there. But this neighborhood is, you know, pretty typical, just like a regular working class Chinese neighborhood. And like, you know, working class people come and eat in places like this. Wontons and just, you know, regular food places. I love places like this. Like, I just think they're, you know, they're cheap, they're delicious. They have like a lot of different kinds of foods. I mean, the menus are big, so you could come and like order something different every single time. Generally, I don't do that because I'll find a few things that I really like, you know, and I'll kind of stick with them. But you could go, because some of the menus have like, you know, there'll be like 40, 50 different dishes, like variations of the same dish with like different kinds of vegetables and stuff, so you can try all sorts of different stuff. So back then I was much more familiar with this part of the road, because especially when I first lived over here, I would come from that road and I would walk this way and, you know, find a place to sit down. There's lots of food over here. Very, very delicious. I love these little bread things. They're really good. Here's the market. So there's an indoor market there. I'll actually have to come back and make a video over there, you know, one day. But like this neighborhood really had like a good feel to me, you know, because it was just lots of people around and lots of different food. It felt exciting, you know. Actually, one of the teachers that came to work with us at my job, he actually saw this video, and it was, well, he claims it was because of my video that kind of like influenced him to be like, to feel good about coming to Nanjing. And about 6 months after he came to Nanjing, I took him to the restaurant over where I used to live on Huangshan Lu, and he told me that, like, I think maybe it was one of these restaurants I used to go to. He told me that, like, you know, when he imagined coming to Nanjing, that was the kind of atmosphere, like, of this neighborhood, of this area, that he was kind of looking forward to and expecting, you know, because like I said, we lived in the same building on Shanghai Lu, and that area is just different. Like, it just has a much different feeling. So here's Yingtian Dajie, so you can see it's a double road. Like, there's a regular road, and then there's a highway on top. So I live right now, like, just straight down this road, make a right, and yeah, that's where I used to live. So I used to come down this way. As I said, this was my morning walk for most of probably the first 6 months I lived over here. This is the way that I would come. So my school is a little bit further down. I remember very clearly coming down here. It looks different now. There's like a walkway, like a path. I think maybe there was some sort of walkway there before, but it's much nicer now. Like, they actually, it looks like a full-on park on both sides. There's a walkway, and it looks like you can go down pretty far. Lots of little changes, you know, and some big ones. Just now I walked by these apartments were not here before, but new apartments in China is not that's pretty typical. There's lots of construction. I remember in the mornings over here, it was really busy. Like you know, 7:30, 8 in the morning, there was just a lot of traffic coming out of these little communities, and the road would be kind of like jammed up right there. I think I almost got like hit by a little bike right there one time because there was people speeding in and out and all these cars all around. This is different. I was planning to go in this building here. This used to be a little shop, like a supermarket. I used to go there every morning to get like a water and like a bottle of coffee. And I was gonna see if the same lady worked there, but it's gone. So I guess that plan is shot. Yeah, so this neighborhood, you know, on this side of the highway, because there's a highway right over here, like Intan connects with a bigger road over here. This side is quite old, and then on the other side of the highway there's a mall, and there was a mall there even back then, and like just like the difference between this side of the road with all of like these older, you know, places, and then a really modern mall. It was like, you know, that's China, you know, really modern places next to you know, like regular neighborhoods, you know, so it's just interesting. Look at this highway. Just like these interchanges are crazy. Not sure how clearly you can see it. There's a bunch of interchanges here. This was here back then. It's a bit more overgrown now with vines than it was back then, but look how close this highway is to those buildings. That is something. Those people, you know, they used to have like a balcony with a view, and then they built a highway there, and not only is it probably loud, but, you know, I feel like you have no privacy. So this is my school I used to work in. Right behind here, there's like a track, and the school entrance is a little bit further down. Like I said in the other video, I like to come early, so I would generally come down here and I would have like 30 minutes before my first class. So this is the school entrance right here. Ooh, nice new sign here. Very nice. Looks way different. This whole building here is all different than it used to be. And the school is even like a different color. I'm not gonna film the school, just because like the security guard is like watching me and stuff. I'll talk to him real quick, but I'm not gonna film the school. I just was chatting with the security guard. He's really nice, actually. He was kind of giving me an eye, you know, when he saw that I was like filming, and like, of course, they got to be suspicious. Some random person, especially a foreigner, coming over to a school and filming. I don't think school's in session. It didn't look like it was in session, but I just talked to him. He was really nice, really friendly. So can't always judge, you know, a person by the look on their face. When you open your mouth and talk to them, you know, things change. So I'm just crossing the street. I want to show you this mall really quickly. You can see, you know, the difference sort of between, you know, what it looks like on the street, and then we'll go inside really fast. You got to put your mask on. So actually, for a few years, even after I didn't live here anymore, I used to come here to meet a friend for dinner. There's a Korean place in this building we really liked, and I'm not sure if it's still here, but we used to come here all the time. I would just take a taxi and they would drop me off on the other side of the mall. So I have been in this mall, you know, in the past few years, like 2018, 2019. I think I even came here once or twice with my wife. You can see it's a nice big mall, modern place, Apple store. All right, I'm gonna end the video here. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. That really helps out my channel. Subscribe to this channel if you're not already, and leave a comment below if you have any questions. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.